Hey mountain bike friends, it is early February and we are at Northshore on a very windy, gusty day. We're going to take Northshore Trail from Murrell Park to Twin Coves. Should be about 6 or 7 miles of great riding today. Beautiful sunshine, a little chilly. Okay, nice firm texture, not too dusty, looks a little damp in some areas. Ought to be pretty decent traction today. Seen a couple other mountain bike warriors out here already. Legs still a little bit tired from riding about 10 miles on the street bike last week and then another 6 or 7 miles on the mountain bike 2 or 3 days ago. Trying to get in shape for Moab. Do a little mountain biking out there at least once this summer, hopefully. Oh, a little bit of an S-turn there. Okay. Oh, my thighs and my knees are already burning a little bit. I could tell I hadn't quite done enough recovery this week. But it's about 62 degrees. Perfect weather. Perfect weather for getting in shape. Okay, a little water break and we're back at it. Riding with some sunglasses on, although I think sometimes in these shady, sunny, alternating areas I do better without sunglasses, so I may take them off. Thank you. Perfect trail conditions. Very few people out here today. It's on a Wednesday around 2 p.m. First week of February 2021. I think the most important thing that I've had to learn, whether it's motorcycle riding off-road or or mountain biking, is pace. Especially when the weather warms up, your endurance is really challenged in the heat, humidity, and sun. There's a little bit of a heat coming in right now, I feel. Some of these spots. Feel the sun beaming down. It'll be spring before you know it. Trail 1W, and we're about a mile in from from Murrell Park, headed towards Twin Coves Park. I think it's about 6 miles by mountain bike trail if you don't take any shortcuts. Which I kind of try not to, it kind of defeats the purpose. First started mountain biking again aggressively over the past 6 months, I would say. This summer I came out here in June and dehydrated, almost overheated. Couldn't finish. It's just too much. Too much heat. Not enough preparation. Really got to hydrate, it seems like, even more as you get older. And the other secret that I learned, I say secret, bit of wisdom maybe, the more tired you get, the less further you start looking ahead on the trail. So if you're trying to ride faster and be prepared for obstacles, you need to be looking further ahead. And it's easy to forget that. Your head starts dropping, start gasping for breath, and you don't look around the next turn. And it's always good to be prepared on the trail for what's up ahead. I'm sure there are some people who come out to Northshore almost daily, maybe 3 or 4 times a week, every week, riding these trails. A little bit of everything you can possibly want on these trails. Easy flowing to rocky, hilly, rooty. The direction I'm going is one of the more challenging routes, although it's not yet. It will be when we get to the last 3-mile section, probably. And we're almost to the Mad Hut, where all the mountain bikers usually congregate and meet. The main meeting area is about halfway in between the beginning and the end of the trail, either direction. You have about 7 loops out here. Got the total mileage if you do all 7. It could be around 20 miles, I do believe. Now we're on 5, loop 5, and that's a shortcut to the Mad Hut there. So after loop 5 is where it gets extremely challenging in a few areas, although there are some challenging obstacles on loop 5 as well. 6 and 7 loops are the most difficult by far. You do a lot of walking unless you're, honestly, there are sections there that you have to be almost a pro class rider to stay on your pedals without dabbing or trying to duck walk it up. Little rock garden here I always like. Used to ride this going the other way when it was the old trails, before they made all these nice loops. Started maintaining it more regularly. Alright, I do want to point out the emergency signage throughout the Northshore Trail area, through all loops 1 through 7. You will see these numbered placards on the signs as you go through these trails. If you ever find someone that's injured or you yourself is injured, find the closest one of these and call 911, and the emergency crew will know the general area where you are. Otherwise, it would be almost impossible to figure out where you are on the trail. And it has come in handy, from what I understand, many, many, many times already. So broken arms, legs, collarbones, you name it. You can have it all out here. Well, let's get going again. We're on starting Trail 6, which Trail 6 West is one of the more difficult trails, 6 and 7. So we may have to dab a little more. Oh, I didn't need to dab there, but I did anyway. I wasn't in the right gear. There we go. All right, so a little more hilly, a little more rocky, a few more rock gardens, and a couple pretty nice creek crossings in this area. Level of difficulty does go up pretty quick, or at least the level of effort. I'm going to stop and adjust this camera back just a little bit. Slightly. See how that does. Okay, now it's getting real. Okay, definitely a lot easier riding this on 29x3s tires versus what I used to ride on 26x2s, 27x2, 2.5s. Major difference. So our friend the squirrel, hope that brings us good luck. Okay, I think I'm gonna move the camera back down now. Maybe a little bit too high. I think that's better. Should probably turn on my GoPro quick view. Double check that, but I believe that's gonna be okay. Okay, this is nice here. Sure. I think that other way was a bypass I could have taken. A little too late now. Yeah, it sure was. I missed that one. Who wants to go the easy way? All right, I'll get some more reeds. Usually kind of cooling behind these, so pretty nice. Rock gardens for days. Another little dab there. Whew. Quick break, and we are back at it. Those uphill off-camber rock gardens are fairly ferocious. Don't mind the downhill ones too much. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the off-camber rock gardens with the edges that can slice the tire and seem to always be pointing downhill are ones I worry about. Although I'm riding tubeless and I do have a plug kit and some CO2, just never know when the gash is going to be larger than you can repair. And I think I'm just going to walk it up this one. If I had somebody with me, riding with me, I might try this one. Well, and this one. Yes, it's pretty gnarly in this section. It's just non-stop rock gardens. There's a few of them you can ride, but should be coming up on about mile 4. Well, let's just duck walk it. And I got my seat dropper post down. Okay. Got to get back in the rhythm. There we go. Momentum is everything, whether you're riding a dirt bike or mountain bike. You can really accomplish a lot that you don't think you can if you try to keep up your momentum. And that sounds easy, but like balance, it really can help your balance through some of these technical obstacles. Keep your momentum up, keeps your balance more steady. And of course, sometimes there's no no substitute for brute strength either. All right. I'll show you the type of grade it is. It's hard to tell with the GoPro, but you can see the ledge, rock ledge here, and how it rises up higher elevation on this obstacle here. Is rideable, but I'm a little bit tired at this point. Trying not to rest too much. But some of these are great if it's the first part of the trail within the first few miles, but definitely separates the men from the boys and the girls from the strong women. Let's put it like that. Well, probably could have made this one too. Ride a little bit differently when I don't have my son riding with me than I would riding by myself. Oh, that's a good one there. Okay, hopefully the worst of that for a few minutes is over. I don't know if they've ever held a mountain bike enduro on these trails. Sure they probably have. Definitely trails 6 and 7 would be high on my list to see how they handle some of these obstacles. All right, let's try.
Going.
Well, you're taking the easy way. Okay. Yeah, I know the guys, some guys in those hardtails take these. You gotta have good momentum and strong legs. No doubt. Okay. That was a couple brutal sections. Those would give us a little bit of a pause on a dirt bike. Although certainly rideable on the dirt bike. Nice little creek crossing there. I haven't been this way in years, this section. I'm really not even sure I've ever been on this section here. Just going the old section where it was a one way, both ways, or double track. Yeah, the loops are, I don't know how long they've had these organized loops, but sort of taking some of the danger out. And drop it in. I don't know how many times we've crossed that creek now, but and I don't know if it's one creek or two creeks that go through here. We're hitting them all today. Whew. Tree hit my handlebar. Okay. That's a pretty good excuse, huh? We are about 4.2 miles now in, and I don't know if you can see the rise in this elevation as we're going uphill on GoPro, but this is a slight incline. And it seems like ever since I've started on Loop 6, it's been nothing but straight up. Maybe straight up both ways. So good news is I know downhill is coming. Heart rate getting up there. I'm sure between 140 and 150. But I can take a higher heart rate when the weather's cooler. Recovery fairly quick. Get on the trail again. Try to get back down in my zone on the mountain bike, which would be 120 range roughly. Sometimes it's best not to look what's right under your wheel. Just look further ahead. You'll overcome a lot more obstacles that way. I know that sounds strange. It's hard to do in practice. And the more tired you get, the more mistakes you make. The more your technique tends to go by the wayside. This is what we're looking for. Downhill both ways. Should have brought a banana. Well. Oops. Lost my footing. That's where clip-ons would have come in handy. And I ride with tennis shoes and spiked pedals. I know some of the mountain bike purists out there would not like that. All right, one more break. Rock garden downhill, my favorite. Well, my little trip computer there somehow got reset. Excuse me. Allergies kicking in today. So I'm not exactly sure how far I am down the trail now, but I guess I'm about mile 5. So I'm not exactly sure what happened there. Somehow my hand got on it or leaned it up against a tree and it reset it somehow. So I've never had that happen before. run trail here. And just from looks at the dirt and the rocks, we're probably not too far away from Twin Coves section toward the end, so. Well, I don't think I'm gonna be riding up this one. Holy smokes. That is like a mountain. There is a is this a bypass? Okay. Here comes our friend the dogs. Hey guys. There is a bypass. Okay, well, I'll remember that. I'll bet you could ride that one down though, huh? Let's take a look. Oh yeah, that's a pretty good one. I'm guessing that's 6 feet drop, roughly. Roughly about a 6 foot drop. But if you go there on the left, you could probably slink your way down fairly easily and hit that wooden bridge. It's all easy. It's all easy. Really not supposed to go opposite trail. Some people do. Yeah, that would be that section would be really tough in the summer. After about 11 o'clock in the morning. You have to bring you a Cliff Bar or some gel for sure. Maybe a couple of towels to drench your head in. And we haven't even hit 7 yet. Trail Loop 7, which I have ridden before both ways. Very similar. The return section of Loop 7 is probably the worst section of trail out here. Probably ridden by the fewest number of people as well. Okay, I see the marina, Twin Coves Marina, so that is a great sign. I'm heading in the right direction. Let's see if we get some momentum up here and finish strong. Okay, that's the neighborhood over there. We don't want to go that way. So we'll go back down this way. And this looks challenging. Yeah, I probably can make that right there. Nice, beautiful, flowing S-turns here. Gorgeous. Look, we're headed down to the creek here shortly. Look at these canes or reeds. Cut one of these, make a cane pole, and fish in the lake. It's almost dark back here. The reeds are so thick. Okay, I think we have another crossing coming up. Yeah, here we go. Try to jump it. You always got to make that noise when you jump something. I don't know why. Maybe it's an old man thing, huh? Bike seems to be operating okay. Tires seem to be inflated about the right pressure. Hello. Little breeze there, feels good. Did not put my foam cover on the GoPro, so we may be getting a little more wind noise through the audio. Normally I put a foam cover around it for a little extra protection, dust prevention, but mainly it improves the sound of the audio when you're going to be outside in a windy environment. Now we're getting down the creek. Oh, a little pedal strike there. Don't have too many on these bike, full suspension. It's a Trek Full Stash 8, and I ride with the suspension. Rear shock about medium, and used to ride with it completely locked out. My back hurt a little bit more when I did that, and I didn't like full suspension because it offered too much bounce, and I felt like I was losing energy. Okay, nice little rock garden obstacle here. Now we're getting down to the creek. So medium is pretty good for me, for my purposes. Ooh, that wants to kick you off to the left. You don't want to go to the left on that bridge. There's a nice hawk. Okay, so we're about 2.2 miles into the ride at this point. Yeah, the heat makes a big difference. 5 degrees increase when you're working really hard is a lot. Now, I think that's what got me last summer. I had not acclimated to the heat properly, which you have to do fairly slowly over time, especially for when you're exerting yourself. As you'll get older, it takes longer and longer to prep your body for extreme heat and exercise. And at some point you just have to come to the realization is maybe you just can't do what you did when you were 30 in the middle of the summer. But I'm thankful for the cool weather today. I'll remember that. I will remember that for the next time. Stay to the left. That big rock there at the end is intimidating. If you get off course, you're definitely going end over end on that one. Okay, grinding it out here. A little more rock garden, but not quite so bad. pretty. It's beautiful filtered sunlight here. Be interesting to see how true these colors come out on the GoPro. Yeah, one day up there. Okay, we're coming up on about 50 minutes of riding. Well, maybe not continuous riding. We'll call it trip time. I sure hate my computer went out on me or got reset. I really would like to know how many miles this is. Fairly hard pack on this end. Definitely a more well-worn trail. Which the beginnings of these trails typically are. Still on 6W. Don't think I'll be taking 7 today. Nothing better than hearing those big fat mountain bike tires squish rocks and sand, that echo that it makes. And I have about the right amount of air, I think, which I'm running 18, which for big tires is probably too much for this, but my grip's been pretty good. I think when I do it again, I think I'll go down to 15. It is some hard pack. It's nice that it rolls a little easier. So it's a fine balance deciding what your tire pressure is going to be. One of these days they're going to make one of these bikes where you can vary your air pressure in the middle of a ride without having to get off and pump it. Okay. Final bridge, and we're there. There's the day use area. That'll make a nice picture right there. And thanks for riding along. We'll see you next time on the Black Family Adventure Channel.